and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because we're going to be building the BrickHeadz that Dara got me for Christmas, and I am so excited to build these together. We're going to be building them and answering some questions that I found online all about Stranger Things. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you keep watching. Let's go. I have got these LEGO BrickHeadz. So I have 11, Max, the Demogorgon and Holly to build. This is like my first time properly building Lego. I'm not really like the biggest Lego builder. Like, I like Lego and I've had the Lego calendars. I haven't been as into Lego as my mum is and my brother. My brother, I mean, he literally had all the Star Wars Lego growing up. That was like his Christmas presents. But I decided in 2026 I wanted to become more of a Lego girly. And Dara, my wonderful friend, actually got me this as part of my Christmas present. So I figured, why not together build this? I can answer some questions and you can leave your answers in the comments below for a video. So let's get building. I'm very excited to build this. We have quite a lot of things in here to build. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is look through what I'm assuming are the instruction manuals, because I want to be able to do this properly and not get the pieces missing. My mum usually uses these things to put her pieces on, but I don't have any as of the hand. There might be some over there I can have a look at. Okay, so they are all in. So they've each got a little Lego book which has the instructions. So I'm going to we'll start with this one, which is 11, because it's bags 1 and 2, and I feel like bags 1 and 2 are going to be the easiest to start. I say the easiest, it's probably not the easiest, but it'll just be easier to use bags 1 and 2. So let's have a little look, and while we're doing that, I'm going to answer the first question, which is, who is your favourite character in Stranger Things? Now, that does vary dependent on which season it is, but I would say overall is probably Steve. I love Steve, but I also love Dustin, and I also love Robin. I love Steve's hilariousness. I love the character arc he goes through. I love the actor. I love Joe. And I love his music as well, which probably helps. But I just think he goes through this beautiful character development, and yeah, I just really love it. And I love, like, I've always loved Dustin's character from the beginning. He feels like the perfect, like, side character. Yeah, I just think he's a brilliant comic relief character. I love the representation. I think he's hilarious. He's just one of my favorites. And I love Robin and Max because I just love strong female leads, and I love Robin's character arc. I just love all the characters. I think I like the way all their characters are written. I think that's probably the most common. Guys, I didn't press record on the other camera. The next question 2, is which friendship in the show is your favourite? So I would say one of my favourite friendships, or definitely one of my most favourite, is Dustin and Steve. I think they have a beautiful friendship. I love the brotherhood of it. I love that Steve is very much like a dad. He's always got his best interests at heart. Sorry guys, Mama Cafe rung, so I've actually done quite a fair bit now, and I've been doing it as she was talking to me. I'm on step 11, and I'm quite proud of myself because this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because, you know, I'm a Lego noob. I'm new to the Lego, so I need this and this. I can't remember what I was actually saying. Oh, the most emotional scene of the show. There's quite a few. I did cry when Papa died. The finale I sobbed at. Like, I was literally crying every 5 minutes. Like, literally sobbing. And I know that there's obviously a lot of controversy around the finale, but if I take it just as just as it is, I did cry and I did enjoy it. And what else? Yeah, so I thought I really cried at when series 4 with Max. Well, firstly, is it series 3 with Billy? And that whole thing, even though I didn't like Billy as a character, like, I don't think Billy's a good person, and I don't support his character because he is not a good character at all. Still got emotional with, obviously, Max, and when Max got in series 4, when Vecna tried to take Max, that absolutely got me, especially with Luca. And then at the end of series 4, oh my gosh, all of that was just so emotional. I'm trying to think, I've got emotional over a lot of it. But that, I would say, is like the stick out key things that got me emotional. The next question is, would you rather fight a Demogorgon or be trapped in the Upside Down for a day? Now, the thing is, right, I feel like the Upside Down would be far more dangerous than it would be to be trapped in to fight the Demogorgon. If I had a group of people with me, I would probably fight the Demogorgon, because I think that I'd be able to defeat it with other people. I mean, it goes with like heat, doesn't it? So I guess if I had something that I could heat it up with, then I would be pretty good at it. So I guess defeating the Demogorgon, but I also think it'd be quite cool to see the Upside Down as the Upside Down. But I do think that it would be creepy, and I'm not sure if I'd fully like it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with fight the Demogorgon, and hope that I have other people to fight it with me. And I'm hoping that I'm doing this right. I kind of am just putting it all the way around. Hopefully you guys can see it coming together better than me. Okay, would you rather be friends with Steve or Robin? So that's a really hard question for me, because I really like both characters. So I don't know, maybe Steve, because I just really love Steve. Probably Steve, but then like I also love Robin. That's a really tricky question, and I don't know why I picked that one, as I don't really want to answer it. Oh my gosh, look at my little 11. So this is the first one we have made. I literally love this so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've made 11. It is now time to make the Demogorgon. I cannot wait to make this Demogorgon. I'm hoping that's focusing. Okay, right, let's go. So we have got bag 4. And we have got bag 3. We are going on to our Demogorgon, which I think I've said about 15 times. So we're going to empty bag 3 and sort that out together. And then I have got a few more questions that I'm going to answer as we go through. But let's organise this first. So we need to start with one of these, and we're going to start with these. So the next question we're going to answer is, if you lived in Hawkins, which group would you join? The teens, the kids, or the adults? Now, I am an adult, so I guess I would probably go with the adults. If I was younger, probably the teens, because I think the teens would be good fun. But I also think that the kids could really use an adult to be like there as support. So it might also be helpful to actually for them to have like, you know, a parental figure that's actually an adult, rather than obviously just Steve, because although Steve is lovely and he obviously really cares for them, he is only young. So I do still think that I would, you know, I would probably be in the adults, but would help the kids as much as they would let me. And I hope that they would trust me enough to let me help them. And yeah, I think I would probably face quite a lot of little anxieties there as well. But that's probably who I would be with. If I had powers like 11, how would I use them? I mean, I'm not really a nosebleed fan, if I'm honest, guys. So I'd probably try not to use them too often. But I'd probably use them so that I could, you know, maybe if I needed to get something, like if I forgot something, then I could pick them up. I'm trying to think. I mean, if somebody was making me feel uncomfortable, then I could use them for self-defense, which would also be, I feel like, quite a good use of the powers. Obviously not unprovoked, but yeah. Okay guys, so we have got this far so far. Hopefully you can see it and not just my face. This is where we're at. I have just done the other set of, I've just got the other bag out so that we can organise and put things together. I am really enjoying this so far. It's really good. These aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. These are going to be my favourite last words, aren't they? But let's do a quick speed build and then I will be back. Guys, I actually can't. Its little teeth are adorable. I literally love that. I'm really enjoying this so far, so I'm going to continue to do a time lapse as I talk to you guys. But the next question I've got is, would you rather share a car ride with Steve singing loudly or Dustin explaining science non-stop? Now, I'm actually a lover of carpool karaoke, so I think I would join Steve in his car ride singing loudly, because I just love, as I said, carpool karaoke. I think it is so much fun, and as much as I would love to listen and learn a bit more about science from Dustin, I just think I would really enjoy the singing, because I like to karaoke, even if it's solo carpool karaoke, because I just think it's fun, and I think it makes the ride so much quicker and easier and more enjoyable, and I'm very much looking forward to doing that again at some point soon. I'm literally making like its little face, it's the flower, we call it Tulip, right? My friend that works at Studio Tour, that's how I know her, it's not the only reason we're friends. She calls the Demogorgons tulips, and Dara actually knitted me a little Demogorgon, so I also now have called that Demogorgon tulip, and every time I see one I just think tulip. So if you ever hear me saying, oh, tulip, this is what I mean. How cute is my tulip? And they move, look, they move. They move. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not sure how much of this I've got left. I don't think I've got much more to do. Just the bottom of it now. So we are so close. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys like the Demogorgons? What do you think about them? I actually think this one looks a little bit more creepy than some of the ones that you see in the show, because some of the ones are a little bit cute, but then they open their mouth and like and it's not so cute. So we now have our Demogorgon to go along with Elle. These are two of them so far. Are they not the most adorable things ever? But now we've done those two, that means we are going on to number 3, which is Max. So I've got bag 6. Then here is bag 5. And let's get on with making Max. My next question that I've got is some this or that. So one of them is waffles or ice cream. Now, I felt like we can have both. I had both when I went to the Stranger Things London Secret Fan event, because they gave us an Eggo waffle with ice cream on the top from Scoops Ahoy. So if you want to see that, you can look at the vlog above. That was a really fun time, I'm not going to lie. Like, I literally had such a good day. It was so much fun. So I feel like if I don't have to choose, then I'll go for that. Bikes or walkie-talkies. I was a walkie-talkies kid. Like, I liked my bike, but John and I had walkie-talkies. We liked to pretend we were spies. We had so much fun. So I think if I was to pick between the two, it would definitely be a walkie-talkie. Oh my goodness, I can see part of Max's outfit already. How adorable is that? And the next one is Scoops Ahoy or Arcade Hangouts. I mean, I'd like to say both, but I think Scoops Ahoy would be fun because you could go and share ice creams, but then it'd be also fun to hang out at the arcade. I feel like I would have probably worked at Scoops Ahoy if I was a teen during that time, and I probably would have worked with Robin and Steve. So we're going to go for Scoops Ahoy, even though I do love a arcade hangout. I don't know, I've just got this real nostalgic thing for Scoops Ahoy, even though I know it's not, like, you know, the most nostalgic for me, because obviously I wasn't alive in the 80s, but yeah. Next one is Upside Down or Hawkins. I think I'd have to say Hawkins, because at least, you know, you got the police around and everything, and if the things are coming from the upside down, I feel like I have a little bit more of a leg to stand on than I would if I was in the upside down. Okay, so Max is coming together. Here is her face. She's very cool. This has actually been a lot more challenging out of them all. 80s music or 80s fashion. I would definitely have to say 80s music. I love a bit of 80s music. I do listen to 80s music. And I definitely, since Stranger Things, have listened to more 80s music. And it's definitely on my playlist. But I was pretty much brought up with like 80s, 90s music. And obviously the 2000s music that I grew up listening to, that were in the charts, especially sort of early 2000s and 2010s. That was kind of my era, I would say, up until sort of One Direction and Little Mix like fizzled out. Mainly when One Direction went on their hiatus, I didn't really listen to the radio as much. Obviously love Taylor Swift, so I do listen to Taylor Swift stuff, and I've always like listened to it on the radio. But yeah, probably the music over the fashion for me personally. I'm not saying the fashion's bad, just what I would probably pick. Okay guys, so we have built Max. This was the hardest of the builds so far. Like, I've actually found this the most challenging. And that piece that I said was missing. I just improvised with another piece, but you can see her hair. This is definitely season 5 Max. Get on with making the last one, where I just had the packet, which is Holly Wheeler. I do love Holly Wheeler. She's a brilliant character. I really enjoyed her addition in series 5. So let's have a go at making her. Hopefully this won't take as long as the other one. And I can answer some questions as I do it. Steve Harrington or Eddie Munson? Now that's a really hard question because I do absolutely love both of them. But I think I'm going to have to go for Steve. I love Eddie, but I do think I'm going to have to go for Steve, just because Steve is definitely just my OG. Max Mayfield or 11? I feel like I should go with 11, but I probably will go with Max. Demogorgon or Vecna? I'm gonna say Vecna because I like Henry and I like the actor that plays Henry. Arcade night or movie night? I actually think arcade night would be really fun. Obviously movie night would be cool because we've got the old fashioned cinemas and everything, but I do think an arcade night is good fun. I love an arcade, and if there was one near me, I'd probably go to an arcade more often, just because they are good fun and you can just take your spare change down, enjoy being sociable and spending time with your friends, as well as playing some games. So that's probably what I would pick. We've done it. We've made Holly Wheeler. We're just putting her on a stand. Now, I did have to subsidise some of the pieces of Lego because I didn't have all of them, so I had to kind of change them around a bit. But here she is. Here is Holly Wheeler, made from Lego. I love how they've done her outfit. I think it works really well. I'm actually going to insert a lovely clip of all of them together. But I am so pleased with these. I think they were so much fun. I will say 11 was probably one of the easiest builds. I would even say the Demogorgon was easy. I would say that Holly and Max were the tougher builds. Now, I don't know if that's why they put them in that order, because it's kind of gone from like easy, little bit harder, bit harder, hardest. But then I don't know if I'd necessarily say this was the hardest. I feel like this one was pretty difficult. But I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed answering some questions about Stranger Things and just having a little bit of a relax. It's made for a really fun afternoon, a really fun video, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do next. Let me know any questions you want me to answer as I do the Lego as well, just because I did end up Googling ones just to see what questions there were that I could use. But if you guys have them, then that would be great as well. If you would like to see more of my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you are notified every single time I upload. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click here. Hope you have a magical day. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.